Not
But
like Marcus Smart, man.
we got through all of that. Let's talk about the Wizards end of things. So they've been able to turn KP and Bradley Beal into, I'm going to start with the actual solid rotational guys. Jordan Poole, the greatest shooting guard of all time, Landry Shamet, and Tyus Jones. And then you also got guys like Ryan Rollins, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Mike Muscala, Danilo Gallinari, Julian Phillips, who just got drafted, 1 first rounder and 7 seconds. So just to start things off, I think for me, in a vacuum, it sucks. But with context, like how Ruben mentioned last week, and the fact that they're, one is arguably the worst contract in the NBA right now, and then two in his expiring deal, it's it still kind of sucks. But I think it's a high risk, high reward kind of trade. You've secured, I wouldn't say an interesting, a good or bad backcourt, but it's an intriguing one. You got one of the most conservative point guards. We all know Tyus Jones takes care of the ball, leader in assist to turnover ratio. And then you're also pairing with one of the most reckless. And I think it's a
That's a way to put it right there, man.
yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
Holy.
But I will say the blueprint and the foundation they have, it's decent. I'm not gonna lie, because you look at it like this. You potentially have a starting lineup of Tyus, Jordan Poole, Corey Kispert, Denny Avdia, and Daniel Gafford. I think it's not good, it's not bad, it's mid. But it could be, it's like higher upwards mid than like ass mid. And then you also got a bunch of guys like Bilal Koulibaly, who they just drafted.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
not that draft.
maybe Jordan Davis, the Taco Bell man, can finally start playing some solid NBA minutes. So, I think the main thing though, I'll put it like this. You guys like the reckless thing? Jordan Poole is gonna play with the training wheels off, and I think his counting stats are gonna reflect that. Now it's just a matter of if those counting stats are more fluff versus if like it's translating to something tangible. So, I think it's not what you would want, especially considering the markets that like guys like Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert set for their positions. But I think it's better than what it could have been, I think. Especially looking at how it started with the Bradley Beal trade. But yeah.
Yeah, I think at least on the Wizards side, I really love. I personally love the backcourt, and I think one thing we forgot to mention is they get six draft swaps, so I believe they get the best out of those six the next 6 years.
Yeah. But
If
I
I'm not
mean,
mistaken.
let's be real here. Outside of maybe like the late round ones, those they'll still keep their own pick.
Yeah, for sure they'll keep their own pick, but I think that control is nice because
Definitely.
if I'm not mistaken, the swaps came from Phoenix, right?
Yeah, like if anything,
So
2028 and 2030 could be like
exactly,
big swing years.
those are those are big swing years for sure. I think those are absolutely going to be top picks, and I don't think they're protected either.
No.
They're just outright swaps. So I think that's great for them. But knowing that Washington doesn't have a whole lot of draft capital coming into it, they haven't drafted very well either. Like, let's be real here. Like Washington kind of put themselves in that position drafting the guys they did. So I'm not going to sit here and say Denny Avdia is a trash bag or anything like that. But like people were calling him Luca. Let's just
I
sit here and
forgot about
sink.
that.
Let's just sit here and sink it in with that for a
Man.
second. So like they haven't drafted well. It's not it's a solid deal for Washington, like you mentioned. I don't think there's much to add for me. I really like the backcourt though. Tyus Jones and Jordan Poole. One guy's gonna be turning the ball over 10 times, shooting 35% from the field, while the other dude's gonna have an assist to turnover ratio of like 12. So so like that's gonna be fun.
Nah, no doubt. What were you, Chin?
Yeah, I got nothing to add. I think it's just good they got everything off their plate and can finally start new.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I think a
they've
fresh restart's a good thing.
yeah, they've been in the trenches for like I don't even know how many years now. Like they've been in the trenches ever since John Wall left, really.
Yeah,
Like
shit
let's
ain't
be
been sweet
honest.
since he hit the Dougie.
And I think that's a solid fucking like 6 years. Like feels like I don't know. Like John Wall 2017, 2018, like does that line up when Russell Westbrook got traded?
27. That
Yeah, I
sounds
think
about, yeah, that sounds about the
yeah.
year.
Yeah, that's a long ass
Oh no,
time.
I think it was later because I think Russ was still on. Oh no, you're right. Because Chris Paul was in Oklahoma City in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, or 2020.
I don't know the
So I'm just
timeline,
thinking
to be
about,
honest.
yeah,
But either way, they were in basketball poverty for a fat ass minute, and they still
yeah,
are.
yeah.
But at least at least now they're being given a way out of it. Yeah.
100%. Man, those Bradley Beal and John Wall teams were so much fun.
They were so much fun, but they could never get out of the second round.
Oh well, yeah, because they always
Remember when
run
they had
into.
Paul Pierce for a year?
Yeah. Do you
And
Oh
they,
yeah, I
remember? You
remember
remember what? You
that.
remember what Draymond said to him?
I was like, oh yeah. They're like, they don't come here for you. They think it was a retirement tour. They
you
think you're
Thought you was
Kobe.
Kobe.
you thought she was Kobe?
Yeah. I thought you
I think
I thought you was Kobe.
that's like a top 5 all time mic'd up moment.
I hate Paul Pierce, man. Like, side note, I'm sorry. I hate that guy. Did you guys see him on the like when he was like just straight up crunk in that
Yeah,
Showtime
KG.
live?
I bet you
The
KG wanted to tell him
oh,
to like shut his mouth.
shut up. But yeah, I'm
Like,
pretty sure
bro.
KG wanted to smack him upside the head. If I was KG, I would have done it right there.
Hmm.
He's like, hey, I got the website. You can get girlfriends for a day.
Yes. Oh man.
Did you not see that?
Yeah, I mean, this all started. You remember how he lost his job
Mm.
at ESPN or wherever it was?
Yeah, because you had the strippers in the background. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my
Hey
god,
man.
bro. That was so funny. Hey man, I got this. I got this website. You can get girlfriends for a day. And then like introduced him like it was nothing to KG. It's like, hey, this is
That's
Camille. Hey, how you
Inglewood's
doing, my friend?
own Mr. Hall of Famer.
Oh, Inglewood.
Paul
I'm sorry. I don't
Pierce.
want no trouble. I apologize, Inglewood. I apologize. I don't want no trouble.
Hey, I don't even know if they're claiming Paul Pierce anymore. But that's all to say. Washington, could be a fun season. Maybe okay, do you guys think they get over 30 wins?
Hmm.
I think
Nah.
they could just about hit it, maybe, if at best.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's where I'm about. I think they're due for like a 27 to 33 kind of season. But anyways,